Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Junix.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. It's good to see you. Hope you're all refreshed. Yeah. Well, all right. Ayo, good morning. Good morning. Don't let anyone tell you.
Yes,
just me and you. How are you? Rufai, Showakpa. Very well. Well, all right. Well, let's begin what's trending by sending positive healing vibes to multiple award-winning musician Celine Dion, whose hit song, My Heart Will Go On, captured the hearts of millions in the late 90s. The 56-year-old Grammy winner has been battling with stiff person syndrome, a rare neurological disorder that has affected her ability to walk and sing. Her sister, Claudette Dion, in an interview with French publication 7 Jours on Tuesday, said Celine has now lost control of her muscles. Vibes, may she heal immediately so she can go back to work, because that's really what she wants to do. She wants to go back and sing on stage. She stepped back from singing last year in December because of this rare disease, and you know, her family has been talking about the disease. Her sister came out only yesterday to say that she has totally lost control of her muscles. I mean, who doesn't love Celine Dion? I mean, we really, really hope her well. We wish her well, and so that we can all enjoy her music again. She's only 56. Well, let's continue on what's trending. Taking reactions to the speech made by Fubara, the governor of Niger State, who on Tuesday during a convocation ceremony at Pamo University on Tuesday said that there is no price too big for him to pay for peace to reign in the state. The governor was speaking for the first time since the truce between himself and the former governor of Niger State, Nyesom Wike, was announced. He thanked the good people of Niger State for their support.
Let me say this to my dear states. I call you my dear state because the support you have shown within this period is unmeasurable. From quarters, from ordinarily, I don't even have any contact with them, but they have stood by us. I want you to know that there is no amount that is too big to pay for peace. I'll continue to pay it. Thank you.
All right, Rufai, yesterday we took, what's his name, Daniel Boala saying, you know, really summing up the whole situation, calling it some sort of, you know, deal or political transaction, saying that, you know, let's move on. The case has been sealed. But let's take a Twitter reaction. This is from Brother Bath, who wrote, an issue of national and international concern is brewing in which Governor Fubara is key player, and the governor really thinks that what Niger State people and Nigerians all over the world wants to hear is his speech at the 3rd convocation and 6th Founders Day ceremonies of Pamo University. This is most disheartening. Until Nigerians rise against these transactional politicians, the country will continue to slide down. What is Fubara's intention with this? To divert attention or what? Fubara, in case you don't know, please note that you owe Niger State and Nigerians a duty to react to allegations making the rounds that you signed an 8-point propounded by Tinubu to resolve your political battle with Wike. The earlier you do it, the better. Rufai.
I mean, one thing has to be said. Except we start to push against these godfathers that they think they can just own the prospect of a state and everything, it's not going to work. And it's not only in Nigeria, it's across Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just citing the case of Tshisekedi and Kabila. If you go across most African countries, you always see the same play out. But the question is, how are we going to stop this? People will always fight their battle and win one way or the other. When Yar'Adua came, he had to assert himself against Olusegun Obasanjo. There will always be an anointed person. But what's it in it for the people?
That's the question.
Mr. Fubara saying that he will do anything for peace, not carrying the people of Rivers along, not explicitly telling them what this deal was about, is an insult to the Rivers people. And he cannot play the ostrich now and dig his head in the sand without telling the people. They have seen this. As a governor, he needs to react to this. Is it true or not? what's in it for the people. And he should stop all of this hanky-panky he's playing. Enough of all these veiled messages. Going there and saying he will pay any price. What kind of peace is he paying any price for? But this was the same river people you came up to when the National Assembly was bombed. And you addressed the same people outside. But you've got to sell another deal that's not going to be in their interest now. And you're coming to say veiled messages by saying, I would do anything for peace. When you were giving your speech that day on top of a car, after the National Assembly has been bombed, thank you for putting that video up. It was the Rivers people you were talking to.
Right.
But all of a sudden now you've got to sign some funny deal in Abuja, then you can't come out and tell the Rivers people like this. He needs to be able to hold a press conference where he tells the people everything. Because in all of this, he's not speaking. He's not saying anything.
All right.
And he also needs to be able to tell the people, not on the pages of memoir, but tell them now, what deal do you sign with Nyesom Wike?
Well,
And also, what are you hiding, Governor Fubara? Why are you so scared? Since you have the mandate of the people now. Or could it be connected to hitherto harassment by the EFCC? Let's bring the matters out. Let's stop broaching the matter.
Well, all right. Well, all right.
Tell us more. So that the Rivers people can be free. That state has so much natural resource. It shouldn't be suffering this way. It shouldn't be this poor.
All right, then. We'll take another story. The governor of Niger State, Umar Bago, has clarified his position on civil servants in the state wearing native attires to offices. On Monday, the governor was quoted as saying that native attires such as kaftans and babanriga must not be worn to offices from Monday to Thursday. Well, in a statement, the chief press secretary to the governor said Bago was contextually misunderstood and was only advising civil servants to be farmers and that good farmers usually dress smartly to work. Well, in the meantime, the Niger governor has asked residents of the state to stop referring to him as His Excellency, but should refer to him as Farmer Governor. Bago stated this during the presentation of the 2024 budget to the State House of Assembly, stating that the name is to reinforce the priority of the government on agriculture. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at this video that trended early this month, showing the governor riding on a motorcycle to conduct surprise inspections at schools and hospitals in Minna, the state's capital, before we come back for a discussion. Farmer Governor, I'm glad that Ayo has, clarified this stance about the dress code. Remember, we wanted to take that yesterday. But it's good to see him just being in touch with the people, which is what we really want to see governors do. But another governor doing great things is the governor of Kaduna State, Umar Bago, who over the weekend announced an end to the era of religious divide in the state. The governor, who attended the Christmas carol organized by the Christian Association of Nigeria, Kaduna State chapter at the Evangelical Church Winning All, said that one of the most important agendas of his government was human capital development. He also emphasized the importance of unity amongst the people of Kaduna.
Most of my family friends are Christians, so for me, there's nothing new here. And for me, I enjoy my coming, and I'm happy when I see the citizens of Kaduna who are in this very important celebration, highly happy. They are really, really confident that Kaduna State government will certainly carry everyone along, and we try, like I told them, take development to every part of Kaduna State. And as we are speaking, part of the most important agenda of our government is to ensure that we carry our people along. Human capital development is the most important thing, and today I discussed with them. So me at every fora, I try to make it clear to the people of Kaduna State that we are not concerned about any religious or ethnic difference. We are one family, and we are going to work together without any discrimination or segregation.
Absolutely amazing. Kudos to the governor of Kaduna State, Umar Bago. I know that you have heard about, some sort of religious what has been going on in the past administration, where we've seen Christians being killed in numbers in Kaduna State. So we see the governor here going to church. I believe he's about the first governor, if I heard correctly, to attend that sort of carol in the state.
I think it's really brilliant.
Yes.
Thank you for spotlighting these two stories, because sometimes we come hard on public officials when they're not doing right. And so when they're doing well, we should also give them their due accolade. I'll start with the Kaduna story because I think it's quite important, bearing in mind that in the last 8 years, Kaduna residents had suffered under what was perhaps one of the most religious intolerant administration, with Christians coming out to talk about how they had been targeted, in terms of attacks, and even though the government denied it and all, but this symbolic visit sends an amazing signal, a strong signal to the fact that he's not just saying that he wants tolerance and peace in Kaduna, but he's willing to go the extra mile. As governor, he's governor of both Christians and Muslims, as governor of all the local government areas in Kaduna State. And so what happens in southern Kaduna must interest him as much as what happens in northern Kaduna. So as simple as a gesture during Christmas time, in terms of attending the Christmas carol, it is a powerful message, and this is what leaders, political leaders must begin to do. Show they empathize with the people, show they connect with the people, are able to attend events that matter to the people of the state. And I think that it is a start in building, not just healing what's happened in the past between the north and south and Christians and Muslims in Kaduna, but also looking forward to seeing how we can make this better. Hopefully next year he will host the carol in the government house. That would be even more powerful. But going now to the governor former governor Bago of Niger State. No, you're not, Your Excellency. So that video where he was on the motorcycle where they were shouting, Your Excellency, is now old. It has expired. He's now from, and I think this is quite brilliant, because Niger State is it can contribute significantly when it comes to agricultural products. Shea nuts, sesame, rice from Niger State. And he was presenting his budget, and he said that he wants to focus on that. In fact, just before in August, there was an article around how to improve. One of the challenges that they identified in Niger State in terms of agriculture, as with other states in Nigeria, is modernization, infrastructural development, ensuring that the practice of agriculture in that area is modernized. These are areas, and also putting money and budget into research and development. But I'm loving perhaps the statements made by these governors, but beyond the talk, let them put money where their mouth is. Let them invest in agriculture. Let Niger State arise again and become an agricultural source for Nigeria, and hopefully attract even more IGR for the state in itself. So great one there. And in explanation for the uniform, I can understand what he's saying. He wants to also project that, but let him also push the fact that those outfits that are good for the farm should be locally produced. It can be locally made. There are tailors in Niger State that can benefit from sewing shirts, trousers, so that they can go to the farm and actually work. No babanrigas for 1,500.
You can't really wear babanriga in a farm. I mean, but you can see when he was presenting his budget, he was actually wearing a T-shirt to, just show that you can actually wear.
Bago.
Yes, congratulations to both governors, Uba Sani and Umar Bago. We'll take another story. A video showing the killing of an elephant by a man in military uniform has sparked outrage among many Nigerians on social media. In the video, the shooter, believed to be a military officer, was surrounded by farmers who claimed that their farmland had been destroyed by the elephants. The incident was said to have occurred in the Kalabaj local government area of Borno State. The video has drawn widespread condemnation on social media, with calls for the military and the Borno State government to investigate the incident. Wildlife enthusiasts have also expressed concern and urged immediate action to protect elephants and preserve the ecosystem. Dr. Abati, I cried when I watched this video twice.
Okay, two preliminary comments on some of the subjects that you've taken. First, I think Mr. Amabikpi Martins settled the matter with regard to Sim Fubara, the governor of Rivers, when he said it's a neophyte. It's a political tyro. So he may have committed himself to something that he himself does not understand. And he identified Wike as a smarter politician. Because now he's been told to go and represent his budget. Does that mean what was done before is illegal? Nobody has told the 26 members who defected to the APC to go back to the PDP from whence they came. Well, I guess the president will say, well, he's the leader of APC. Why should he ask people coming to his party to go back to where they're coming from? The lawmakers that defected, they've been able to smuggle into the agreement assurance that they should be paid salaries and emoluments and allowances, which means that it favors them. Because if the position of the governor is that these persons have left the House of Assembly and their seats are vacant, they will not get a Christmas salary. Now they are being given Christmas salary for defection. But I think as others have pointed out, this is a matter that should ordinarily be resolved through due process in the court of law, not through ex parte orders. As for the governor of Niger State, he says he's former governor. Well, fine. Other governors have done that before, and it's not the first to do that in Niger State. You all remember Dr. Babangida Aliyu, who was a chief servant. He said nobody should call him His Excellency. They should call him Chief Servant, Babangida Aliyu. So Bago is following in the footsteps of Chief Servant Babangida Aliyu. And then, of course, you have some other governors who call themselves by other names. Rauf Aregbesola has to be addressed as Ogbeni. Arakunrin Rotimi Akeredolu said they should call him Arakunrin. That
even
kind
in
of
Lagos
thing.
State.
Well, so
Governor.
There are examples like that.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to the issue of wildlife conversation. Look, Nigerians will eat anything that moves. We have seen many examples. They will go. There was a time somebody killed a manatee somewhere in the Niger Delta. Even dead animals that are washed ashore, they will go and carry axes and cutlasses to turn it into food. But in this particular one, this is a case of cruelty to animals.
Yes.
Now, in other parts of the world, many of these animals are going extinct. They are preserved. And then you see a uniformed man shooting the elephant till he died. In another video, they were going to check if the animal was truly dead. And they were saying, some other people were saying, oh yeah, give him. Oh yeah, give him. Each time the soldier shot at it. I think that soldier should be identified and sanctioned appropriately because he's wasting the bullets. He must have been sent to that part of the country to go and ensure security, to go after terrorists. He's not going after terrorists and bandits. He's helping to kill elephants. Nigerian soldiers that hungry and unprofessional? That is why the Chief of Defense Staff should identify this person and call him to order. Ask him to account for all those bullets that he wasted to kill an animal. Beyond that, it is an offense.
Absolutely.
Chapter 50 of the Criminal Code of Nigeria defines cruelty to animals. And under Section 450, the penalty is 5 years imprisonment, and it identifies categories of animals, like goat, like camel, like horse, like, if you kill them, if you kill such animals, you are liable to 5 years imprisonment without the option of fine. If it were some other categories of animals, it's 2 years imprisonment without the option of fine. And then that chapter 50 goes further in sections 459 to 499, explaining how, you can't be cruel to animals, you can't just kill an animal willfully. In fact, part of the section says if you maltreat your animal, the police is empowered to collect that animal from you and put it in custody. And you will pay for the cost of maintaining that animal. But who enforces the law? This is one of those, dead laws that we have in Nigeria. In some other jurisdictions, they have what they call Cruelty to Animals Act.
Yes.
Maybe what Nigeria should do beyond, since nobody is enforcing Chapter 50 of the Criminal Code, is to have a standalone legislation, Cruelty to Animals Act. Absolutely. After all, in the UK, one man was kicking his cat. Yeah. He paid dearly for it.
Absolutely.
You are not even allowed to kick an animal in some other places. And this is the same country where, in spite of public enlightenment, people are still eating dogs. They call it a 404. They say it's a special delicacy. If we are not careful, one day Nigeria will run out of local dogs.
Yes, Rufai, who enforces the law?
So, I used to be a member of NCF. way back secondary school, there's something called CITES, Convention on the Trade of Endangered Species. Guess what? Nigeria is a signatory to CITES. So if we're a signatory country to CITES and this is happening, it's an indictment on Nigeria, but nobody enforces. Let me even shock you.
Yes.
This elephant was probably killed for something, the ivory, the tusk. Nigeria has a National Ivory Action Plan, another government document, but we don't enforce it. And this is being beamed down there. So if we're signing, because Nigeria, we just like to sign all these international conventions, but how to be able to follow up, we've not done. A lot of our flora and fauna content has been, wasted. Also, those animals, you could only see those animals because we encroach on their ecosystem. And you see, that's the jamboree we do in this country. These are part of the things we're talking of in climate change. Over 400 governments went to climate change. Doesn't it also involve animals? Animals that are being displaced due to climatic conventions and wars and things like that, and you are killing them. So it's a joke. I keep saying people just wanted to go to Dubai and go, because they banned us from going to Dubai for a while. That's why.
But this is completely unacceptable. We're calling on the Borno State Governor, Professor Babagana Zulum, to look into this if this happened in his state. We'll take our final story. In Oyo State, but the governor of Osun State, Adeleke, stole the spotlight by entertaining the audience with songs and dance moves at the coronation of Son Ogbomosho Obagandi Olaoye. The governor attended the ceremony alongside other dignitaries, including the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, the Olu of Warri, Atuwase III, and the immediate past vice president, Yemi Oshibajo, and a host of other eminent Nigerians. Let's take a look.
I have a God who never fails. I am a God you never fail. I am a God who never fails. Who never fails. Jesus never fails. Forevermore. I am a God. I am a God who never fails. I am a God who never fails. I am a God who never fails. Who never fails. Jesus never fails. Forevermore. On the mountain, in the valley, on the land, in the sea, on the mountain, in the valley, on the land, in the sea. Hallelujah. The Lord is my portion in the land of the living. The Lord is good forevermore. The Lord is my portion in the land of the living. The Lord is good.
This man finds a way to cheer us all up. I mean, congratulations on the coronation of Oba Gandhi Olaoye. Congratulations, but that is amazing. You're saying Jackson is back. A quick word from you and then Dr. Abati so we can wrap up the show really quickly.
Congratulations to the new son of Ogbomosho, Oba Gandhi Afolabi Olaoye. It was a colorful ceremony and had the who is who in Nigeria, a number of people showing up to support him, from the political sphere and also from the, from his other kings around. But the show stealer, and I think that we're soon going to be having a Governor Adeleke dance challenge because you have to know the way he moves his head and his shoulders. He is a delight, anytime. Well, the only thing we were saying as well is that please, as he's dancing, let him be working for the Osun people. If we want a dancing governor, we love it. I think it's really nice. He's able to express himself. He's a showman, but we also want to see him pull up a show in Osun State in terms of governance. So congratulations all around, but thank you for that, Governor Adeleke.
To show you guys up with the dancing governor, Dr. Abati.
Well, by the way, when Governor Adeleke returned from his vacation, he had promised the people of Osun State goodies. He said goodies all the way. So, but there's this other side to him. He can dance, he can sing, he can beat the drum and all of that. And nobody should be surprised. He comes from a musical family. His son, B-Red, is a musician. His nephew, Davido, is also a musician and an artist. What is clear is that there's no doubt that Governor Adeleke will always have something to do.
Absolutely.
After being governor, he can start his own band. And, you can perform, you can have concerts all over the place. So he added color to the event.
Absolutely.
But beyond that, congratulations. to Oba Gandhi Olaoye. As it is, all the disagreements among the ruling houses have now been resolved. He's been given the instrument of office, and he has said that he's now shepherd of the people, which is an important message. Previously, he was a church pastor. Now he's a shepherd of the people. And his mission is to unite the community and bring further development to Ogbomoso. So congratulations to Oba Pastor Gandhi.
Oh, it's Oba and Pastor. I love it. Great combination. I'd like to thank you all, as always, for your great contribution on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.